in Rockford's history, the city's been named the hottest housing market nationwide by Realtor.com in its December rankings.
WIFR news reporter Anthony Ferretti talks with the real estate expert and Rockford Mayor Tom McNamara on what's contributing to the city's ranking and how the city can stay atop this list.
Realtor.com's hottest housing market ranking started in 2017, and Rockford snags first place from a New Hampshire city that's held the title 31 times.
It's a great affirmation that Rockford's a wonderful place to live.
This is fantastic news.
Realtor.com names Rockford as the hottest housing market nationwide in December.
It was not that long ago that we were the underwater mortgage capital of the United States. It wasn't that long ago that we were listed as the most miserable community to live in. Rockford's about to turn that proverbial corner.
Mayor Tom McNamara says the largest capital improvement plan in the city's history is one reason. More than $70 million in road work will happen in summer 2025. City Council also approved more than 1,600 residential units in the last 24 months.
A decade ago, did you think anyone was going to walk around with a t-shirt that says Rockford AF or 815? I mean, no.
All of those sort of things start to factor in, and, we're just seeing the benefits of it, come to fruition.
The average Rockford home price in December was $242,000, spending more than 40 days on the market, less than the 70-day national average.
We're certainly not seeing in any form of a cool down. While we do expect inventory to kind of grow a little bit, it's still going to be, a seller's market in terms of meeting that buyer demand.
McNamara says while this is great news for Rockford, there is still work to do.
Every metric's moving in the right direction. We just got to continue to do that hard work, and we do it best when we do it together.
Real estate experts say this month is actually the best time of year to start searching for a home, since it's the start of a new year and people start planning their next place to live.
All right, thank you, Anthony. And this recognition comes less than a year after the Wall Street Journal named Rockford as America's top housing market.